Good morning, students. I hope you are all doing great. So, today we are going to continue with our third chapter, that is subtraction. I hope you all have completed your work till 3E. Now, the next topic is comparing three-digit numbers. Okay? So, let's begin. Okay.
So what do you mean by comparison of numbers? Comparison of numbers means finding out which one is a bigger number or a smaller number. For example, if we have 4 and 5, we have to compare 4 and 5. Okay? Now in this case, 4 is less than 5.
I hope you all know what is this mark and how to put it. Yes, you all must have studied in your smaller classes that the mouth of the crocodile will only open in front of a bigger number. Now let's talk about three-digit numbers. How do we compare them? We'll see a short video and then I'll show you some other examples and we'll go ahead to solve the exercise problems. Okay, so let's begin. Comparison of three-digit numbers. So here is the video.
In comparing large numbers is to compare each place value starting from the leftmost digit. For example, let's compare 728 and 396. Start by comparing the leftmost digits, which are in the hundreds place. Is 7 greater than or less than 3? You got it! 7 is greater than 3. That means 728 is greater than 396. Well, how about if we change 3 to 7? Can you help me compare 728 and 796? Again, start with the hundreds place. Since both are 7, let's move to the next place value, which is tens. Let's compare 2 and 9. Clearly, 2 is less than 9. That means 728 is less than 796. Easy, right? Let's practice what we learned by comparing more numbers. Fill in the blank with either greater than, less than, or equal. Number 1, 128 and 301. In the hundreds place, 1 is less than 3. So the answer is less than 2. 512 and 512. Each digit in corresponding place values are equal. So the answer is equal to 3. 681 and 481. In the hundreds place, 6 is greater than 4. So the answer is greater than 4. 283 and 250. The digits are equal in the hundreds place. Moving on to the tens place. 8 is greater than 5. So the answer is greater than.
I hope you all understood. So let me take one more example. Understood the basics of how to compare two numbers. So let's explain it again and understand it better with another example. To compare two numbers such as this, that is 324 and 126, the first thing you will have to do is to put hundreds tens and ones, hundreds, tens and ones firstly. So this will be the very first step to identify the hundreds, tens and the ones position, right, of the first number and the second number. Okay, the second thing that you will have to do is to compare the hundreds position, right? If both the numbers are equal, then we'll have to compare the tens position. If the tens position is also equal, then in that case you will have to compare the ones position. In a scenario when the three numbers are equal, you will put an equal to sign. But are these two numbers equal? No. So this is not the case. So over here these two numbers are different, right? So it will be either this number is greater or this number. In this scenario, firstly we will compare the hundreds position, right? So let's do it. So we have done the very first step, that is identifying the hundreds, tens and the ones position. Okay. Now the second thing we'll do is compare the hundreds position. So which is bigger? Yes, absolutely 3 is bigger. So what will you do? You will directly put greater than sign. And this is your answer, right? While in another case where, for example, the number is 316. Okay. Now you have to check which is bigger, right? So we'll check hundreds position, both are same. Now we'll do this third step by comparing the tens position. Which is bigger? This is bigger. So we'll put it like this, right? Okay. So in this case 324 is greater than 360. While we take another case wherein, or we take another two numbers. For example, we take it as 321. Okay, now you have to find which is bigger, right? So we are comparing the hundreds position, both are same. We are comparing the tens position, they are also same. Now we'll compare the ones position, which is bigger? This one was bigger, right? So we will do it like this, right? So let's start now solve the exercise problems. Now let's solve the first question of the 3F exercise. How to solve the problem? The very first step is to compare the hundreds position, right? So we are comparing the hundreds position of the first and the second number. So what is the hundreds position of the first number? It is 6, yes. And what is the hundreds position of the second number? It is 3. So which is greater? 6 is greater than 3. So the very next step will be to put a greater bump, right? So what you are saying is 624 is greater than 342, right? Now let's take the next question. Here we are placing the greater number on top and the smaller number second, and then we are subtracting it and finding the difference, right? So you all know how to do the difference? Yes. 4 minus 2 is 2, right? And then 2 minus 4, well, 2 is smaller than 4, so we take a carry. We take a carry from 6, it goes to be 5. 12 minus 4 is, yes, come on, what is the answer? 8, right? And what is 5 minus 3? Absolutely. So the answer is 282.
Now open page number 70 in your textbook and you will all complete all the questions. Okay? Enjoy your day.